after a while, it's gonna be like, well, fuck Blu-rays, because they just never give you everything. You know, just I'm not buying a Blu-ray player, the next Blu-ray player anymore. I'll just stick to a different format or a different mode of entertainment because it's just too expensive. It's too dumb the way they do things. But guess what? When they give you that DVD, that Blu-ray, it's like, hey, here you go. You paid that price. This is everything the movie came with. All right, this is like all the special editions in here, deleted scenes. Okay, we're not cheating you out of anything. They might have like 30 anniversary editions. That's more like when they couldn't, like Back to the Future, they have so much content that they couldn't put like on the VHS. So they re-released that with all that content. That's not the same thing, you get me? That's like, there's a new format that holds more data, so we're putting all that we really could, probably for the same price as the original one. Okay? It's just inflated because of time, right? So you're just really only pushing the industry to just die. That's what you're really doing. And I might sound crazy and everything. I'm not saying it's gonna die in the next 2 years. Hell no. It might be, if you keep doing this, 2 more consoles, 2 more generation of consoles, and then it's it. Like, that's it. Everybody's just gonna have a PC because it's just better to have a PC. I believe in consoles. I believe in having a dedicated machine that is only for games, for video games. Like, oh, well, you can have a dedicated machine only for video games on PC. Sure, that's true, but I really mean like a console, You guys just please stop. Okay, these little microtransactions, DLC content, pre-ordering, and you get a 5-minute mission. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know, just stop, because you know you make enough money. You make more than enough money. And for the well-being of your career and your industry, your future, just be modest. You know, be humble. Like, I'm not saying be humble, don't make any money. No, you're gonna make a shit ton of money. Just be modest about it. Like, be straight up. You know you can put all these things when the game is released. You know you can put games that are actually working when they're being released. So just stop treating people like they don't fucking matter. Because people are just gonna get so fed up that you'll probably regret not being able to, like, if it comes down to like this shit crashing, you're gonna know it was your fault. Like, if you were a part of this, you're gonna know it's your fault. And in the long run, you know it's not gonna, you might say, well, fuck it, it's not gonna affect me, I'm gonna be ready to be wealthy and whatever, I don't care. But guess what, the whole industry is just not gonna exist anymore. And then you'll probably be sad at the fact that that's not, trust me, you'll be sad. And, you know, you'll be like, man, like, I would have made money no matter what. So it sucks that I pushed that and the results are ugly, because nobody will ever be making video games anymore. You get me? And we've seen this before. Like, we've seen this with like people just pushing games after games. Atari, you know, a whole crash or whatever, because they were releasing crap. You know, they're releasing crap, and we think that they weren't expensive. Like, games were expensive. Okay, games were expensive for people at that time, depending on how much they were making. That shit was still expensive, even though it was crap. They were just releasing anything and everything for money, and it got to the point where we were like, fuck this. Like, people just said, like, you really gotta learn from history so that it doesn't repeat itself. Okay, and if you're making the same mistakes that people did back in the day, then you're just stupid. You're just a stupid person. I don't care if you're a corporate guy with a tie. If you know what happened once before, and the outcome of that was like borderline, this whole industry, your career might not even exist because of that, and you're doing it again, it's like you really are a stupid person, because it's like, come on, wake up, you know. Oh, it's because I'm just so tired of people talking about ridiculous shit. I'm sorry. I'm fed up with it. Like, people really gotta stop. people seriously gotta wake up and like, I don't know who to blame really when it comes down to like the other side, developers, producers, Microsoft, Sony, I don't know what you call those people. But like, you know who you are, right? If the boot fits, and you know it's you. Just please, man, just think about it, like for real, think about it. I know you it's good making a ton of money, it's great, but like, your career's not gonna die if you just become a little bit more modest with it. Look at Rockstar, man. Look at Rockstar. Look at how big Grand Theft Auto 5 is. It's huge. It's enormous. It's just record breaking. And these guys ain't pulling, you know, they're not charging you for every single little hair of detail in the game. You know, you want to have, like, it's just all there for you to play and afford it with the in-game currency. That's some bullshit as, like, it's going to be impossible for you to buy this with in-game currency. Would you like to buy some points or, like, real money? Like, stop all that stuff, man. Stop all of it, dude, because you're just going to ruin it for yourself in the future, for the industry, for everyone. And really, it's 50-50. Like, people want to blame everything on like corporate command and this shit, but like half of it is our fault for buying that, you know? It's your fault for getting the pre-order, dude. It's your fault. It really is your fault for getting that pre-order, for buying DLC, or what's that shit called? Season pass. It's your fault, because it's kind of like, let me show you how in real life season passes are. And I'm not saying this for every single game developer out there. Like I said, you got amazing game developers, and then you got greedy sacks of, you know what. This is how it works in real life, if it was in real life. Alright, dude. Give me $100 and I'll make you the best phone. It's gonna have everything in it, right? Everything. And there's already like amazing phones. Okay, but I'm telling you, give me $100 and I'll make you the best one, like top notch. Alright? Parity. And then you give me the money before I make anything, before I show you anything. And then in like 8 months, I come up with some bootleg ass, like, hey, here's your phone, and you're just kind of like, what? What's this? It's your phone. This is what you paid me. I paid you $100 for this. Really? Like, this doesn't even have GPS. Oh, come on. You don't need GPS. They have GPSs for that. You told me it's gonna be right top notch next to the best phones out there. Come on, man. This thing calls. It receives and sends text. You can scroll the internet with it. What else can you ask for? How about what every other great phone has, like Bluetooth, GPS, just all the basic stuff, right? Like, what's that shit called? Streaming, in streaming, extras, a battery saver, just everything, man. Everything. Well, what I thought you were gonna give me. Nah, I'm sorry, dude. Like, this is really the best I could make. So here you go. Thanks for the $100. So they end up giving you something that's probably worth. I end up giving you something that's probably worth like $20, and you've been paid me $100 for that. I'm cheating you for your money. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing you can do about it, because you gave me that money 8 months ago. I spent that money 8 months ago. And that's it. That's as far as it goes. I mean, you really can't say, hey, no, I mean, I showed you the pictures. It looks like the pictures that I showed you. It's not like, what are you gonna do? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how that whole season passes. You get me? That's how it really is. Developers get all that money and they're like, we got the money. You don't have to really try. Just give them whatever. And that happens all the time. You see people complaining and shit. But, I mean, as long as we still give them that that prepayment, it's like, here's my money before you give me anything. They're not gonna care to give you something of quality. They don't have to really care. It's your fault for being the dumbass who gave the money to us before. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, half and half. Like, let's be honest with everything. Half of the fault is that these big companies are just pushing these ugly, disgusting, trash games for like AAA title prices. They don't work, they're glitching, they're bugged out, they suck, right? And they promise you all these beautiful glory and entertainment. There's nothing close to that. Tons of games. Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed games, you know, and then they just don't deliver. And I don't see why people still haven't gotten to a point where they're like, we've had enough of this shit. Stop. I'm gonna stop pre-ordering. I'm gonna stop ordering DLC. I'm gonna stop buying season passes. Like, let's stop before it gets way out of hand. It's already out of hand. It really is. I don't know if you've seen that Halo 5. It's ridiculous. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how they kind of put it down to the basics. And you're like, what happened to all those amazing game modes that Halo 2, Halo 1, Halo 3 had? I don't know. We don't have to give you that anymore. You guys are just satisfied with like two or three multiplayer game modes. What happened to co-op? What happened to dual split screen? I mean, I don't know. We don't really have to give you that. I mean, you could just go buy another Xbox, another Xbox, and another one of our games. I mean, you're gonna do it. So why do we care? See, it's just a trend. It's a trend that's happening across every single. It's not just Halo. It's not just it's 343. It's not just Destiny with Bungie with Destiny. It's happening across every single. It's a corporate thing. It's a corporate thing. Like, hey, this is how you make the big money. All right, you got to cheat people for it. They're turning into some Wall Street people. Like, just stop it. It's only we're the ones who are allowing it to happen. So just stop, please. Stop it. I already stopped a long time ago. I hope you do too. That's the only way. It's the only way things are gonna get better. Okay, it's the only way. It's the only way. And please understand this. It's the only way you'll get your whole game completed. Okay? Polished. Okay? Polished. Beautiful. Look at that. It's shining. Ooh. I can't wait till everybody starts buying this game because it's so amazing and we worked so hard for it. Right? That's the only way that's gonna happen. If you just say, hey, stop. I'm not pre-ordering that shit. Pre-orders fall down themselves. People are gonna be like, hey, these guys are getting tired of us pushing and releasing these unfinished alpha staged games. I mean, we really gotta definitely have them out, like, completed. Not pushing these 8 GB updates and shit. Like, what? That's the size of a whole game, dude. Like, seriously? And you know who I'm talking about. That's a very recent release. Man, just please don't allow it to continue. As a consumer, be smart with your money. It's your money, okay? Don't be stupid. Don't be fooled. Don't let them fool you. This is a trend. It's happening across everybody, and it has to stop. Okay? Like, the internet was here to help us. Updates were here to help the glitches in the game that you couldn't fix once they took it out.